부chaque English for Teens.
Welcome to Buchaka English for Teens. I'm Alex Schroer from Eon.
And I'm Josh Barnard, also from Eon. Every week we're going to be sharing English phrases used by native-speaking teens.
We hope you enjoy them. So Josh, what's this week's issue about?
The gang is writing their New Year's resolutions.
I wonder what they write.
Well, let's listen and find out.
This is the traditional way of making ink. That's so cool! We usually write our New Year's resolution.
What should I write?
What's your this year's goal?
努力, which means hard work.
上達. It means improvement.
Car. It means I'm finally going to fix my mom's car.
Wait, so David's car is still broken?
Not quite. David's mom's car is still broken.
Good point. I wonder what she's doing for transportation.
Maybe they have another car, or maybe she's just using public transportation. I don't know.
Either way, David really ought to get that taken care of.
For sure. Anyway, did you catch what Meg said about the ink?
Yeah, she said this is the traditional way of making ink, right?
That's right. Way of doing something is an expression we use to explain methods of doing things.
Like in this week's issue, it is often used to explain a special method. In this case, it was the traditional way.
Besides traditional, there are many other common words you can use. For example, the correct way of flossing.
Or the most stylish way of tying a tie.
Or the proper way of holding chopsticks.
The classical way of thinking.
You know, I just had an idea.
What's that?
Maybe David's mom is using the traditional way of getting around, on foot. Our Itago point for today is about using possessives correctly. In this week's issue, Kazu asked, "What's your this year's goal?" But this is not correct.
You may have seen multiple possessives in a row before. For example, your father's friend's niece's husband's former roommate. This is fine. The trouble starts when you use possessives with time.
If you use a possessive with time, you cannot add any other possessives. So this year's goal is fine and your goal is fine, but you can't say your this year's goal.
The best way of asking Kazu's question would be, what's your goal for this year?
We can often use for this way to get around the problem. For example, what's your schedule for tomorrow?
What are your plans for the weekend?
What are your dreams for the future?
So, Alex, what are your goals for this year?
I'm finally going to get my character in Last Legacy 15 up to level 100.
Anything else?
What higher achievement could I possibly attain? Well, that's all for today.
Be sure to try these phrases out and don't forget to have fun.
See you next week.